So today I'm going to share with you how this IKEA Japan commercial achieves cinematic moody lighting through a technique called reverse key lighting or upstage lighting. So it also helps to understand a little bit about IKEA's experience in Japan and their backstory here. So in 1974, IKEA, the Swedish giant, entered the Japanese market and they were unsuccessful. They withdrew from the market in 1986 as they failed to win the hearts and minds of the Japanese consumer. So if you want to find out how IKEA made their comeback successfully in 2006 and hacked Japanese culture, please stick around to the end of the video. It also ties in perfectly with the story and execution of this commercial. So let's get into her.
I got an idea!
So our commercial starts off with this long, dynamic, cinematic camera move tracking through this long, messy quarter of boxes. Okay, so we have the camera going through, getting closer to our actress, and at the midpoint of the commercial, she grabs this figurine and she puts it down, which signals a massive change in atmosphere from low-key lighting to high-key lighting, totally reorganizing the room into this bright, sunny, clean room for IKEA. So it's a very short commercial, but there's a lot there, and it's a great example of how it achieves this reverse key or upstage lighting technique. And let's leave it about right here. Alright, so this reverse key lighting technique is basically lighting from the side or slightly from behind your subject and shooting into the shadow side of the face with your camera. So let me show you exactly what I mean in this little diagram. So if we divide the image here, okay, and we have our camera here, and we have our key light. We have our key light right here. Okay, and now this is the shadow side of the face. So we have the shadow side here, and we have the light side over here. So as I said, this is otherwise known as upstage lighting. So why should you keep listening to me at this point? And how can this give you insight into your filmmaking? First of all, this is a very popular technique used by some of the biggest directors out there. Ridley Scott's Blade Runner, Denis Villeneuve's Arrival, etc. This technique is a great way to sell the mood of the shot and create an excellent sense of depth. It creates a versatile look and works in many situations and setups. Afterward, with the fill light, you can tweak the tone and feel the shot while retaining the dimensionality. So I'd like to talk about my last point, the midpoint contrast change, or the change from low-key lighting to high-key lighting. So when she puts the figurine down, boom, everything changes to high-key lighting. Suddenly her house is all reorganized and beautiful. Okay, so that change comes at basically the 8-second mark of the commercial. This commercial is 16 seconds, so basically at the exact midpoint. So, and these two lines here at the end, meaning in the blink of an eye, we can suddenly change our life. I like this home. Okay, so these two statements again are tied back to my earlier points at the beginning of the video about how IKEA succeeded in Japan on their second attempt. So basically, this first half of the commercial represents, I think, IKEA's failed attempt in Japan, because basically what happened was their research revealed that large sofa beds and tables, which are top sellers in Europe, will not attract Japanese consumers because they simply will not fit into Japanese homes, if you know how small Japanese homes are. Also, they discovered that providing home delivery and assembly even for an extra charge, is necessary. In Japan, they don't do DIY here. So that is what IKEA discovered. Also, they got rid of this tagline about high quality, low prices, and instead replaced it with making an ideal home, which basically, as I said, ties into I like this home. So there's a lot here, guys. But anyway, to sum up, you can see how this reverse lighting or upstage lighting setup can really add shape and dimensionality to the face and creates a contrast and points of interest throughout the shot, ultimately giving your image a moody cinematic feel, also adding a lot to your storytelling. As always, guys, have a wonderful day. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Guys, if you'd like access to our Japan behind the scenes or our extended podcast catalog, then check out our Patreon page. Guys, that's a wrap for today. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.